Hello everybody and welcome back to Old School Gamer here. We are back again with another video today. And so now something really great, awesome, freakingly, retardedly amazing was just announced today, earlier today, I believe sometime this morning. Don't know the exact time, but it is that the classic beat 'em up series called Double Dragon will actually be returning with a brand new sequel called Double Dragon 4. And it will also be created by, let's see, Arc System Works. And it will be coming out January 20th on 2017 for the PlayStation 4 system and also Windows PC. Steam. It will be releasing on Steam on the Windows PC. So that is pretty cool. Sadly, I won't be able to get it on my Xbox, but I do have Steam and I will definitely be buying it on Steam for a good amount of price. If it's a good price, I'm gonna get it. I don't know. But honestly, I never actually played the Double Dragon series. I played very little bit of it. You can practically say I didn't play enough to actually say I beat the game or anything like that. So to beat the game, to say I didn't play enough to where you can say I actually played it. So I didn't really play too much of it at all. But other than that, if you guys are actually unfamiliar with the game, I'm gonna tell you what the game is actually about. So Double Dragon is pretty much just a classic side-scrolling 2D action beat-em-up game developed by Technis Japan. Sorry if I mispronounce it. Where you play as two twins, Billy and Jimmy Lee, where you just run through a bunch of types of levels, like different type of scenery levels, like you're in New York, probably in the jungle or whatnot, anywhere, just fighting off enemies and just pretty much advancing through the game. And pretty much the story is, I found this on Gameinformer.com because I don't know the actual story behind it, but they say that Billy and Jimmy are twins from New York City who run a chain of popular martial arts dojos. However, after a nuclear war kills off much of the city, the society dwells into chaos. That's right, Double Dragon took place in a post-apocalyptic future. So that's that's really cool. I'm going to have all the links down in the description below. It's where I get everything here. Now, the reason why I haven't really played the game is pretty much because I haven't actually came across it at all at like any stores I go to or anything like that. But I've always been on the lookout for it. But every time I do come across it, I always find something else that I was wanting. Double Dragon was actually first released on the arcade system back in 1987 and was later released on the NES that following year. So that's honestly really cool. So that's pretty much how most of the people actually became aware of Double Dragon, was actually through the NES. That's how I'm aware of it. I honestly didn't know it was on the arcade system because I didn't know too much about Double Dragon. But yeah, I practically assumed that it was on the arcade system. I just was never for sure about it. It is actually going to be the fourth number sequel after 27 years before the actual third sequel that came out. So the third sequel, I believe the third one came out on the NES, but this one is actually going to be the first numbered sequel in at least 20 some odd years, 27 years since the last one. So that is honestly amazing how they're just going to be all like, hey, fuck it, we're going to bring actual traditional Double Dragon back. We're going to bring the original Double Dragon back. And it's honestly pretty cool that they actually have a lot of the original development team from the actual arcade version of the game. So practically the very first game, they have quite of the original development team there. I'm going to name off a few guys, if you guys don't mind. But the first one is Takaomi. Oh, fuck. I'm not even going to try these. I'm just going to have a name of them all listed up on the screen here, because I am not even going to try to pronounce these words because I will murder the hell out of them. I don't want to make a fool of myself. Sorry. I'll have their name up and also what they are, like producer, director, character design, composer, and programmer. But yeah. But Double Dragon 4 will actually have a 8-bit look to the game, which is honestly really cool. And it's going to look just like the old school ones, and will also feature a story mode and also a 2-player duel mode. So that's practically where you guys will be fighting against each other. But I do not know if there will actually be a 2-player co-op mode. That was not actually announced yet. There wasn't really too much information out on the game. I'll show up a picture here, but there is like at the title screen right after you press start, there's like first player, 2-player duel mode, and then there's also a section there with a few question marks there. So that makes me wonder what it is. Honestly, you will probably unlock that mode after you complete the actual story mode. So honestly, that could be co-op mode, or it could be where you unlock all of the older Double Dragon games where you unlock the first 3 or any of the other ones. It could be that after you beat the game, or it could be where you just unlock a harder version of story mode. So like it's like a hard mode or like insane mode or something like that, certain amount of lives. Something like that. It could be anything like that, but honestly, I think it'd be really cool if it's a feature to where it pretty much just includes all of the old Double Dragon games. That would probably be the best thing for them to do with that. And also the original theme song, from what it says here on this website, they also noticed that the original theme song to Double Dragon actually got a little remix to it. So they just switched up just a little bit, but it's still recognizable to where it's the original one, just remixed just a little bit. From what I got out of that. Like I said, didn't play the original one, so I don't really know what the original theme song sounds like. I should have honestly looked it up and listened to it, but I will after this. Original creators of Double Dragon were actually Technos Japan, like I said before, but is now owned by Arc System Works, which is known for their Guilty Gear and also Blaze Blue fighting series. And the reason why Technos Japan doesn't own the rights to Double Dragon or any of their games anymore is because they filed for bankruptcy back in 1996. And their last few games were actually Super Dodgeball Advance and also Double Dragon Advance, both released on the Game Boy Advance, I believe. And Double Dragon Advance was actually also released on the Neo Geo. But yeah, and all of the games created by Technos were then switched off to Million Game Company. That's they're called Million, and they actually started to continue a few of their franchises. Of those franchises that they continued off, I honestly do not know. But then after a little later than that, actually here recently, like last year, they were actually sold off to the rights. All of Technos games were actually sold off to Arc System Works on July 11th of 2015. And Arc System Works are now developing the new Double Dragon 4 that will be releasing on the PS4 and Steam on Windows PC on January 20th of 2017. So you guys better be ready, because honestly I think I'm going to play it. This is pretty much going to be the first Double Dragon game that I'm actually going to experience for real. And the reason why I don't emulate any old games, well, I do emulate them, but I kind of want to like first experience any game like that like on the actual console. I don't know, I'm weird like that, but emulation is honestly a good thing, and I love emulating games. Like I played Earthbound through it because I know I'm never probably going to play that on the console or anything like that. But that's pretty much all I have for today, guys. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like and also subscribe. And also don't forget to leave your thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. And as always, I want you guys to have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time you guys are watching this. As always, keep it awesome. I'll catch you guys in the next video later. And as always, thank you guys for watching.